Alright, so we're live now, guys.
Right. Turkman, come right now! Turkman!
Turkman,
Right now!
Turkman.
Come
I'll
here!
invite him too, Steve. I'm gonna personally invite Turkman, and I'm gonna personally invite Silence Within Me because he said he wanted to join at some point too.
Yep.
So there, invited them. So anyone that wants to come in, link is posted in the description and also on Google Plus. But I figured I'd start now since I'm really bad at starting these things on time. So yeah, guys, how about we talk a little bit about mental health? We can stay on topic. 3 people, right? We can do this. If we can't, we're more mentally ill. Uh-oh. I hear feedback. Is that from mine? Yeah. That's actually from my screen. Okay, it's all good. Anyways, so let's do this. I want to talk about mental health and progress that we've made. So I'm going to say over maybe the last year to kind of give it more of a time frame. If you guys are comfortable with sharing, let's start with Steve. How do you think you've improved?
I've improved pretty well over the last year. Once like July 1st hits, that'll be like when I started making the significant progress. So that's coming up. And I want to do some more infield videos when it gets warmer. It's really starting to warm up, so that's good. And however, depression still is pretty tough. I'm still suffering like twice a week, so I don't know about that. And it seems a lot more difficult to destroy versus the social anxiety, how I got rid of that. But, I mean, even though I got rid of SA, I still have like 1% of like remaining. So it's like I got rid of 99% of it. But like even 1%, it's still powerful, you know, because it's still anxiety. So like it's not like I don't feel anything ever in terms of anxiety. But I just know how, once I feel it, to get over it and stuff and what to think and everything like that. But depression's really kind of difficult because once it hits. Well, actually, something happened last week at work. It was kind of disgusting. If I
What?
heard correctly, I mean, you have like earplugs in and stuff, but it's kind of loud in the machine. But I'm pretty sure I heard properly. I won't mention his name because I don't want to. But actually, like one of my supervisors, they're like over fixing the machine, and I came in. I forgot it was like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or it wasn't Friday, but it was like Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. I came in and I was deliberately, well, I was actually down and depressed a little bit, but I decided to deliberately stay that way on purpose, just for like more social experimentation. So I deliberately did not change my face, like try to hide it. I deliberately just showed like I was absolutely like a miserable wretch or whatever. And
Mm-hmm.
like, because before I used to wear short sleeve shirts there, which showed my scars on my arms, you know, with that incident I did before.
Yeah.
And so they probably know about that. Anyways, one of my supervisors, I overheard him saying like the most disgusting things I ever heard before. I'm pretty sure I heard him say that. He's like, oh, I'm something down or I want to go hurt myself or something. Like I heard him, and like I heard like 5 people like laugh or whatever after that. I'm like, what the fuck? And it's like I'm pretty sure he was saying that. He's like he's saying something like hurting himself and like, and then I don't know, it's like offensive as fuck. Cause I heard him like,
And
what the fuck?
he was being serious then, right?
Well, I don't know. It looked like he was speaking in like a jokingly manner, but that's not the point.
Yeah.
It looked like he was just speaking in a joke, but like other people were kind of like laughing and stuff. Like I don't know if like they know about that or anything. Like, cause I mean, I had before when I first started, I always wore like short sleeve shirts. You can see my arms, you know, like 30 scars and shit all up and down my arms. But I don't
Mm-hmm.
know if they know about that or not. But I assume that they could just make a. I don't know. But the point is, he said that. I'm like, what the fuck? And like, cause I was like across from him, and like he was just mentioning and
Uh,
talking about like, oh, I'm so down. I'm gonna like hurt
so do
myself.
you think it was about you in a way? Like, were you worried they were kind of making fun at your expense, kind of?
Well, probably because
Mm.
I don't know. They're like right there in my face. I was looking really depressed and like I don't know. It might not have
Oh,
been
I
about me,
see.
but it sounded like it. So I was just kind of like, what the fuck? And it's just like it was like ongoing for like just a few minutes, but then they didn't really they kind of like changed it. But I don't know if they were talking about me or not, but it sounded like it. I mean, like why would he just mention out of nowhere? Like, oh, I feel down today or something. I'm gonna hurt myself or something like
Yeah.
that. Like I don't know. It could have been about me. It might not have been, but it probably was. So.
But
That was
you know,
like
like we
disgusting.
have things like in our heads a lot of times. A lot of us with social anxiety think like they must be talking about me, they must be, but a lot of times they're not and they don't even realize. Or sometimes I've said something and I'm next to someone that applies to and like, oh my God, I shouldn't have said that. You know, like you make a joke about a divorce or something and then there's somebody that went through that and you're like, I didn't even realize that, you know, that person was there or that I was offending them, right? You're just making a joke and not thinking about, you know, the
Yeah, it's
repercussions.
possible. I don't know if it was about me or not, but I just it was still disgusting regardless. They like 5 minutes
Yeah.
laughed, but I don't know. It might have been about me, might not have been. But I don't know.
Yeah, it's cool, man. I completely get that. But thanks for sharing, Steve. I'm gonna hear from some other people in here too. Steph, do you want to share a bit how you've made some progress over the last year, let's say?
Sure. Um, I think I've made a lot of progress over the last year because, like, when I think back to the beginning of like last year, I was in a really bad place where I was really depressed and like suicidal a lot of the time. So, but now, like the past couple of months, I've been doing good with my depression. Like, I still have days where I feel low, but it's never to the point where I feel like hopeless or I
Good.
feel like I like just want to end my life. So I
Mhm.
think that's really good progress for me.
Definitely, yeah. Even if you're getting low, but you're not feeling to that level, like I can definitely relate to you on that. It's when you have still hope, you're like, okay, I'm sad, but it's gonna pass. It's different than
Yeah.
thinking like,
Hmm.
oh my God, like I can't take another day on this planet. You know, like I've been there, and big change of pace. So good job, Steph. That's awesome. And
Yeah.
I see Wen's in here. Wen, are you there?
Yes, if you can hear me, I should be here.
Yes, can hear
Uh,
you. Do you want to share today how you've been in terms of depression, anxiety over last year, how you've improved?
how I've improved? I'm just on this thing where I get stuck,
Yeah.
and like I told you, like the way I deal with depression is I just kind of sit in it.
Yeah.
I'm not like, oh my God, I'm depressed. Let me. So it's like going to the bathroom and like I have to go and fix this now. I just kind of like sit there, stay in that for a while, and then it goes away, and it comes
Yes.
back, and it goes away, and then the whole time. Usually it happens when I'm reading. I don't know why. So I'm reading, I just get distracted with those thoughts. Like it's like whenever my brain gets bored, instead of like, checking out Facebook or something, it just gets depressed. That's how it deals with boredom.
Oh, that's what Steve was saying too, actually. Steve says that when he's not keeping his mind engaged, he can get depressed, and I can so relate to that too.
Mhm.
So yeah.
True.
So
What about nauseousness? Anyone feel? I hate that feeling. Every time you're in public, like especially at work, my stomach. I feel like I have like a stomach tumor. I swear, like my stomach just hurts sometimes, and it's like it's all that like anxious bull crap in the back of your mind or something. It's like you can't go
Cute.
one day without like your stomach hurting like hell. At least like for like a while at work. Like I always like have that happen to me every single day at work. It's annoying.
Steve, I told you to the doctor, man. You gotta
Oh
get that checked out.
yeah.
No, but I don't get that. I get jittery and stuff. For me, I get like my issue is I get oversensitized to things. So it's like there's too much going on around me. I actually had an anxiety attack yesterday. Um,
Damn. I had panic
yeah.
attacks when like 2 nights ago. I felt like I was dying. Does anyone have that? Like you're like I was sleeping, but like I felt like paralyzed or something. Or I wasn't asleep yet, but I felt numb everywhere and like paralyzed. So I was like, dude, what the fuck's happening? And like I felt like my heart was like giving out, or like my brain was like giving out. And then like I got up real fast, and like I just like whoa. And then I just kind of like dropped to the ground, like to my knee, because I was like freaking out. That
Damn.
happens to me once in a while. Like once in a great while, like I'll lay down and then like I'll like panic or something, and then like I feel like my heart's stopping or my brain is like slipping away. It's hard to explain. It's like it's a paralyzing feeling to your body. You feel so
Yeah.
weak and fatigued, and then like it feels like things are stopping, and then like you freak out. That happens to me once in a great while. I don't know why.
Yeah, that's pretty intense. That's more like I'd say that's probably more of a panic attack. You know, like for me, it was anxiety yesterday, so I was just out with a bunch of people and I was kind of like looking around and I was freaking out and just too much was happening at once and I hadn't eaten yet. Also, like if I don't eat properly, my anxiety is like horrible. Like if my blood sugar's off, it's like I feel really shaky, jittery. It's like I need to stay on top of that, you know? So, but I'm gonna ask Jamal. Welcome back to Introvert Island. It's good to have you in here, man.
Hey.
What's up?
Alright. I'm alright.
I'm loving all your vlogger sagas. Steve, have you been watching those too?
Yeah, they're awesome. I just uploaded, or I shared one to a couple of areas on Facebook, Social Anxiety Resource Center, and my page as well.
That's so cool. So for those of you that don't know, check out Jamal Williams, his channel, because I'm going to put your channel down below too. I put everyone's down below at the end, but honestly, he's doing this like vlogger saga where he takes all these mental health YouTubers and puts them in like a video game, and it's like, it's super epic. Every time I get excited when there's a new one, I'm like, yes.
Somebody commented on the other one. Somebody commented. I was like, oh my god, so excited. She loved it.
I know, it's so awesome. So Jamal, how has your anxiety, depression been over the last year? Ups and downs? How's the progress?
Fine actually. I've been pretty fine. Like I do kind of I do get kind of down sometimes, but I like learn to manage it and like yeah, I'm just like yeah. Overall, it's been okay. I think I'm still kind of sort of. I'm not that socially confident yet. Like I'm not one of those like outgoing. I'm not gone to like. I'm not the David Weston and gone out to a pub and shit. You know, that sort of thing.
Well, David Weston is above us all. He's in like some vlogger dimension that I cannot access, you know. But shout out to David Weston. I do that in like all my videos. Shout out to David Weston. Okay, but yeah, that's good. So you've noticed progress in yourself. That's good for your own progress, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. You know what, guys? I think everyone here is doing like pretty well. I mean, we have our ups and downs, but it seems like people are getting better. I would argue that YouTube helps a lot. As long as you don't spend like your whole time on here, it can be helpful, you know?
That's true. I have another theory on that, by the way.
Yes.
Depression and anxiety-wise, I was going to mention in my other video, but I forgot. The reason that anxiety and depression stay in your life is, another reason anyway, is, I was going to make it called something like social fantasy or something, because most of our lives, you're filling it with fantasy. What this means is you're always inside your house all the time watching movies or playing video games, and you're seeing scenarios that are unrealistic at all times, like relationship scenarios, how people interact, it's just stuff that's not realistic. So like you feel like, usually since you're by yourself, you feel all these emotions, and then like you take it out to the world within reality, and it's not correct. Like you go out there, you're filling yourself with so much fantasy and emotions, and then you get out to the reality, and it's like not even anywhere near like that. But you're acting that way, like with emotion and empathy and all kinds of shit like that. So like, as long as you continue to like fill your life with fantasy and like movies and video games and stuff like that, and be by yourself all the time, you keep filling yourself with more fantasy and less reality. And because of that and that alone, you're just gonna stay the same pretty much. And I mean, I even know what's said about me. If I stay in for like 2 days straight, and then because I did this like yesterday, I stayed in for like 2 days straight, and like I went out to Walmart really fast, like at like 11 o'clock last night or something, to get some things for my car, and like there was quite a few people there actually, but like just like walking around them, I kind of felt almost, I'm not paranoid, but like highly aware of my surroundings, and I wasn't as comfortable as normal, but I was still fine, but like I felt like overly sensitive or something to the environment. And then, like when I got to the checkout aisle, like I'm used to the checkout aisle, but when I got to the checkout aisle, there's like 3 people behind me, and I kind of like I kind of faced away, like I faced towards the front, but then I turned to the side, you know. But I noticed something weird. Like I always wonder if it's me or if it's them. When I turned towards them briefly, just to look at them for a second, so I was like paying with my debit card. Like they were like it was weird because like I always dress really well, you know, like I always dress in suit pants and dress shirts and shit. And like when I turned towards them, like they like I don't know, like it seemed like they were afraid to look at me or something. It was strange. Like
really?
And like it was weird because like they're like faced the opposite direction, like they're all facing to like the or anything, but like they looked like they were like trying not to look in my direction or something. And like, but the point is, I was like completely calm. I don't know if it's me or them. When I turned towards them and looked at them, like, 'cause I have a lot of empathy. Like, I feel like I can absorb people's energy or something. Like, when I turned towards them, like, I felt this weird, like, apprehensive, like, feeling. I don't know if it was them or if it was just me, but then, like, it went away after I just, like, you know, looked away from them or, like, paid my whatever. It was kind of strange. I don't know, like, sometimes I wonder if it's me or if it's them, because I'll feel different around different people, like I've mentioned before. Like, if I go to work and I'll, like, feel different around different people and stuff. It's strange. Like, there's this another girl I work with at work, like, it's weird. I always feel she's really cool. She's, like, pregnant or something, so, like, it's weird because every time I'm working around her, I swear, like, if I actually have that, like, ability to, like, you know, you can feel people's vibes and absorb or whatever, like, this girl, like, I swear, every time I'm around this girl, like, I always feel like, I swear I'm absorbing, like, these pregnant women are always, like, super horny or something. I swear, I always feel, like, you know, I'm always in, like, a super sexual mood
Steve,
every time I'm
you
working
were
around her.
doing so well, and then I was like, this is a good theory, okay, then what? What? No.
Well,
Okay,
it
I'm
happens
gonna
every time.
stop you there, Steve. I'm gonna stop you there. I want to say that I really agree with what you're saying, that you put, like, I can't relate as much to being in that fantasy land, except I've been watching so much Dexter that sometimes I feel like murdering people might be a good idea.
What?
Kids, don't do that at home. What? What, when?
Never mind. I didn't hear anything.
Okay. But anyways, yeah, I've been watching a lot of Dexter, so you get into that fantasy world, but for me it's more the, being inside, because I really like staying inside too and stuff, you know, introversion and all that, but I feel like if you get out, like, I couldn't recently because it's been so cold in Montreal, but now it's starting to warm up. If you even just get out for a walk, like on your day off for, you know, 10, 20 minutes, at least you're around people, you're outside, you feel like you're part of that environment still. If you stay inside for a number of days and then you venture out into the world, you do feel really messed up if you're an introvert, you know? Like, I agree with what you're saying with that, Steve. Like, can anyone else relate to what Steve's saying?
Yeah, I felt that way before too. Like I feel like my anxiety increases too. Like if I've been inside for like a number of days and then all of a sudden like I go outside to do something, and then it's like kind of like how you were talking before about like having all like the stimuli around and stuff like that, and like that can make my anxiety rise.
Yeah, that's it. Especially if you're like an overly sensitive person, so to say. If it's just like too much going on at once, it can be very stressful for people. And like,
It shows up in your face too. That's the
yeah.
worst part. You know what your face looks like when you're in public.
me
when that
yesterday I
happens.
was like this.
And like that's like the biggest. It makes it worse because you know people can see that, and it's like it's almost impossible to hide it. Like you're walking around the store and like your face just looks. It's funny because like when RSD Ozzy was talking about with game and pickup, like he's like, here's your guys' problem. Like you guys go into the club trying to meet these girls, but you go in because they have no reference experience doing it. So they go in, like you look scared in the face, like he did this funny looking face, like looking really scared, and like you're trying to walk up and talk in these groups, but your face just looks like you're scared to death. Or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, that's how your face looks in public when you like get like depressed or you're like anxiety. Like, and that's what makes you worry. In my case, that's what makes me worry because it's like shit. They can see my face. It's like it's gonna be hard to like hide. I used to, a long time ago when I had it really bad, I used to walk out with sunglasses on all the time to hide my eyes.
Yeah, me too.
And then I felt more comfortable, but I looked ridiculous. But like I had to get over that after a while. But
Yeah.
I mean, I just looked ridiculous. I had like a black trench coat, freaking a hat, and sunglasses. It looked right. I was like a murderer or something. But like I felt more comfortable.
You actually reminded me of something that I used to use as a crutch all the time, like I had to listen to music whenever I went out somewhere, just to like not hear what was going on around me. And I've noticed for the last year I just haven't been listening to music, probably because I had an MP3 player and it was terrible and was dying. And then I was like, hey, I don't need this to get out in the world. I can just, like, it's good when you can not wear the sunglasses, you can not listen to the music all the time and feel like you're actually present and you're there, you know? And then you realize it's not as scary as you think, right? Because it's not like it's not like you walk down the street and everyone's like staring at you like this and it's like, what's that person up to? Like, it's all in your head, you know? So you'll get the occasional person and they'll stare at you and they'll come talk to you or whatever, but, you know, it's not something that happens all the time. It's not a fear that should be there, a rational fear, you know?
I did that too, like with the music, like just having like my headphones in, like when I was in school, like walking to class.
Yeah.
So I'd be like in my own like little world and like block out everything else.
Yeah, exactly. But it can also be very dangerous. Like if you're just crossing the street, you're like, yeah, I got my music, and you're not paying attention to anything. You know, I started to think about the safety concerns. I'm like, and also if you have your glasses, it's like impairing your vision. You have these dark sunglasses. You're like, yeah, I'm an introvert, and then you get hit by a car. How much would that bring up your social anxiety? Like, oh God, I'm on the street. Everyone's staring at you because you just got into an accident. Like, if you think about things in a kind of like a funny way, you realize how silly sometimes the insecurities are. You know? That'd be so bad.
You need to put her glasses on.
Oh, I promise you, Steve, I don't have my glasses here today, so sorry. All I have is my vitamin B supplement. I wanted to show you guys. This, I just wanted to mention it briefly because I don't know how many of you follow Scott Depression to Expression on his channel.
Oh, he's cool.
He's really awesome. I like his stuff.
Yeah.
And he said that vitamin D is really important because he just did a video recently on like health and nutrition and all that stuff, and I'm really glad he did that. And he was saying vitamin D in the winter is really important just to feel like normal and get like, because if you don't get enough sunshine, you're not going to get enough vitamin D, you know? Also, Steve, what the heck are you doing over there? Are you getting like pregnant women vibes over there or something? I'm hearing all this like noise. Anyway. Vitamin B, guys, I would really recommend this for anyone that's suffering from anxiety, depression, just to kind of give your mood a boost. Is really important, especially if you're a vegetarian or a vegan, because it's hard enough to get your B vitamins. Steve, what the hell are you doing over there, man?
No.
Calm down there. Turkman's not here yet. Oh, there's all these questions.
What happened?
Steve just making all this noise.
Oh, sorry.
I was like, what? Yeah, that noise. What's that?
Oh, I just grabbed 2 beers. It's only like 2. I'll be like fine before.
Dude, you're so funny. You're like, I shouldn't drink before work. Should I drink? And you're like, no, I just grabbed 2 beers. I'm like, what the heck? I guess you made your choice.
Oh God.
It'll be like worn off before like time, you know.
I hope so. Wait, when do you start work?
Not till 3 o'clock. But I'm gonna leave at like 1:30 to make sure I have time to eat and like get ready and stuff. But like my body regenerates quick, so I'm not worried about it.
Because it's an hour behind for you, right? It's 12:30 now.
Yep.
I remember from our interview.
Yeah, I saw my facial expression on that. When I rewatched that, like, when you put the glasses on, I'm like, oh my god, it's like it showed up. My eyebrow, like, raised or something. Like,
oh my god, that was so funny because I like tricked Steve. I'm like, I don't have my glasses. This time I promise, I swear on my life, my glasses are downstairs. But last time he's like, wear them. I'm like, no, I don't have them on me. And then I'm like, oops, I gotta get something. And then I reached down and I'm like, hello.
No,
he like freaked out. It was so funny. I was like, what is going on here? Oh my god.
It's so hot because it's like Athena mixed with Aphrodite. Like, intelligent mixed with ultimate beauty. And plus, it just seems hotter like when she's like, by the way, the anatomy of the female body is very sensitive in this area.
Yeah, because I talk about that stuff all the time on my channel. Right?
you might have like a lot more subs, you know, like Mike. Cause, like, you know who like Lacey Green is? She's really sexy, right? Lacey Green. She's like pretty big. She always talks about sex all the time. She has like millions of like shit. I just happen to be subscribed to her, by the way.
Is she a feminist, though?
Actually, I think she is, but she is hot, so I don't know.
I see where your priorities are. You're like, contradicts my values, but she's attractive, so I'm gonna follow her, you know?
True.
It's funny. It's all good, man. But yeah, but I haven't done a science video in a while, actually. I gotta do that. It's because I've been doing so much science for school. I'm like, screw that. I'm not gonna study science to do a YouTube video on it, you know? But yeah, hey, we have someone here. Amazing Works. Welcome to the chat. I do not know who this is, I don't think.
We should do a science video on testicular health. Put 2 eggs in a bag, and like just like, okay, this is the female's perspective on it, and just kind of roll them around in a bag or something. You're like, that way, like, you'll inform all the male subs on this channel who didn't see my video.
I think I should just watch your video. Wait, so Steve, did you get flagged or not?
Hell no, nope, not yet. I won't though, because it's like there's other vids that are similar to that up besides mine. But it is kind of cool that I think about it, not to like toot my own horn or anything, but like, there's like only like maybe 8 to 10 other men in the entire United States who have done something similar to that, and only like probably 100 out of the entire world, probably. Like, I don't know how to type in different. Not that I would search for that, but I don't know how to type in like different languages, like how to check or whatever. But like you think like out of the whole country, out of 300 million people or whatever, only like myself and 8 other guys have done that, and like probably 100 people out of the world out of 7 billion. So that's
Steve,
pretty cool.
the only thing that scared me is I watched your video and then I looked on the side and all the thumbnails for that were like, oh god.
Oh yeah.
I saw a lot of male anatomy. It's like,
True,
whoa.
yeah, the thumbnails.
Yeah,
I've seen the thumbnails as well. Some of them are like, yeah, like, never mind. I saw the thumbnails as well. Like, that is so not fair. They're like 12 inches and shit. Like, what the fuck? Oh, like, puts my 7 incher to shame, but whatever.
No, now I think. Look what's going on the sidebar. What's
What?
with everybody today?
Oh my gosh.
Who just came in?
Well, we have Lewis here, so welcome, Lewis.
Hey.
And the other person, I don't know, but they're writing very nice things. Remember, we have this strict kicking out policy here. Remember, guys? I'm bringing the hammer down.
Naughty things not allowed, but you can talk naughty, right?
Yeah, in moderation, sure.
Moderation. Actually, someone made a funny comment on my vid yesterday, like, "Hey, I like the video. Like, can you do like you masturbate? Like, what the fuck?" And like everyone does, but like it's like you should do one masturbating. Like, well, that is a good idea. Like, maybe I can do.
I think your channel would get taken down for that one. I don't think YouTube puts up with that. I love how YouTube you can have extreme violence and swearing, but you're not allowed like nudity or anything, except for
you put like a condom on. I might do like how to put a condom on. Maybe just like.
Oh my god!
You put how to put a condom on.
I have an SA buddy, an SA vlogger, and he did exactly that. He put a video of him masturbating. Yeah, I saw it as well. He did it. It was like all the way and everything. Like he's like I met him through Zach Mason. He would watch Zach Mason's videos. And yeah, his channel's called like Warrior Ethos, but it's not up anymore. But that's the name of the channel.
I've heard of that before. I've heard of that name.
Dang. Well, I guess
probably
another thing just taken down.
Yeah. Steve,
His
please.
Very Nokia, that's his name.
Not sure. But Steve, don't do this. I don't want to not be able to talk to you on YouTube anymore. They're just gonna like ban you for life.
I can just picture me on the camera, like, and then like after I'm done, you'll see like a picture on the wall, like a picture of Lisa on the wall, for like
Oh
motivation.
my god! That wouldn't be the first time. No, I'm kidding. But look.
Maybe like 1,000 steps.
Do you guys see what was written in the chat here? I don't even read this out loud. Did you see my interaction with this amazing works person? It's like the worst conversation ever.
Oh, penis. I didn't see it now. Awesome question. You like it?
And I didn't answer, and then he just left. He's like, alright, fine. You should just go to your channel, Steve. You're just all about that stuff, so.
You can see
Shout
my
out to
penis
Steve's
if you
channel.
want. Yeah, everyone wants to see mine or my balls. Go ahead to check my serious for health only video. Testicular cancer.
And then he just added me to his circles now. Classy. Now, I wanted to kill you when I saw your comment on your video, dude. When you wrote about me, I finally saw your comment. You and XPal wrote that thing about me on your video.
I forgot. What did I say?
You're like, Lisa should do a video like this too for breast cancer
Oh
awareness.
my god, that'd be so sexy. That'd be the hottest thing I'll ever see ever. Breast, what do you call it? How do you call that? Breast cancer check. Lucy'd be like, okay, now pay attention. Now, notice how my areolas are nice and light right now. That means I'm not turned on, okay? Now you gently roll your boobs.
What does my channel become?
And like, just give me a second. Let me put my glasses on so I can see a little better. Alright, now my nipples are starting to get hard. Now this is wonderful.
Steve, no.
God.
Let's get
shout out
back
to
onto
Steve.
topic. This is without Turkman here. If Turkman comes in, I'm gonna have to leave my own hangout. I'll be like, that's it. You guys. Alright, let's get back to the topic. Since we have Lewis here, do you want to talk a little bit about your experience with mental health, your progress over the last year, Lewis?
Well, okay. Well, I've got a job, and I've just gradually improved essay and all that shit. Just like Steve would talk about, like gradual progress, repetition, shit like that. And I've got a friend who does shit with me, goes on trips and stuff like that. So things are just slowly getting better. And I spend a lot of time hiding out in toilets at work, and it sucks balls.
Oh, still?
Sucks balls.
Yes.
Awesome.
No.
Sucks balls. Girls love to suck balls. Alright.
You're going to see. You're seeing a psychiatrist.
Dude, I'll suck your balls if you don't shut up.
What did you say, Jamal?
I was just saying to Lewis, you're seeing a psychiatrist now, aren't you?
Oh, are you?
Yeah, no, that was just a visit, like to make it so I'm allowed to stay with them. Like it'd been so long since I'd been there that if I didn't go to one, then I'd just be let go. Like I'm being fucking forwarded to this. Well, I asked about like Asperger's because I fit the criteria, and it makes me want to jump off a bridge or something. But like, I fit the criteria pretty well. Yes.
It is. Oh my god! Fuck yeah! She had like big tits or anything.
She's like about 50.
What?
She's Asian. She's slightly overweight, and you're an appearances douchebag. Just kidding. That's why fucking they'll probably diagnose me with that shit, and then I'll probably jump off a bridge.
No. Okay, Lewis, what do you fit in the criteria for Asperger's, if you don't mind sharing?
What do I fit most of the things, to be honest, like sensory impairment, lack of natural social kind of skills, like all that shit. But the thing is, like, how can you tell between what's like what you're born with, what's innate, and what's a lack of development just because you're conditioning? How do they know? And people will just assess you on surface from the way you interact, and they'll assume you're born that way or whatever, or it's not necessarily true at all. Like I always say, like, if you put someone in a black room, well, if a kid grows up in a black room with nothing to interact with, regardless of how much capacity they've got biologically, they're going to be very similar to someone else that grows up like that. But yeah, so there you go. Asperger's. Seriously, it makes me want to fucking die, though.
No,
makes me feel like I'm
Lewis.
totally stuck. No, it don't make me suicidal, but it makes me think I don't really care about living, so I'm just stuck. But yeah, what are you gonna say?
I don't think you have it though, because I feel like I could be wrong. I'm definitely not a professional, but I feel like people with Asperger's, it's like on the autism spectrum, right? It's somewhere on there. I feel like they don't have a very high emotional intelligence just by nature, but you seem to have an extremely high emotional intelligence.
Yeah, but you can learn that through reading and shit like that.
No.
I don't think. No, I don't think.
Life experiences to train that for emotional experience.
Yeah,
or
like.
high intelligence.
Yeah, you don't need. Like, you can learn shit like through life experience and through learning shit, abstractly as well. whether you know, diagnosed with that crap or not.
I'd still be surprised though, because I actually have a couple of subscribers that have it, and I've interacted with them, and I can kind of get a certain vibe off them that you don't seem to give off yourself. I mean, of course, it's like even within that part of the spectrum, there's a spectrum in that too, right? So who knows? But even if you're diagnosed with it, if you are diagnosed or not, like I really do hate that labeling thing, because it just, you're kind of like condoning yourself to feeling a certain way for no real reason, you know?
I know, yeah. Like, you know, Fox News, they diagnosed, what's his name, Vladimir Putin with fucking Asperger's. So, I mean...
Oh, really?
I'm just trying to say, like, these labels, yeah. I mean, that's Fox News, though, but labels, yeah they're not necessarily true, you know. It's a fucking thing. I've seen TV shows. I remember this documentary about, like, feral children, like, that would grow up, like, their first few years would be, like... Or they spend, like, a year and a half with dogs or something, yeah, and they'd never learn language properly and shit like that, even though they were taken back in by people, and it's crazy, like, how that shit affects people, but it's really interesting as well. But like, I think about that a lot, like all that shit.
It's all about reference experience, man. Because,
oh, you're cutting out, Lewis.
Fuck.
Shit, it's like, it's whatever experience you have, like, because everyone should look back to when they were younger and see how you were before you had anxiety or depression. Like, if you guys can have, if anyone has the memory to remember, like, as far back as age, like 5 to 10 or something, remember how you were then, and remember how you acted, and that is pretty much what you really were. Assuming you had not too many negative experiences in your youth, but if you had, like, good experiences in your youth, like no moving around schools, no changing schools, no changing around friends, or you weren't inside too much or whatever, you just kind of look back at what you were before and kind of use that as a frame or whatever, and then that's like kind of your true personality and true characters. Because I had none of that before. I used to be super, like, popular and talkative and never had an issue with any type of, like, anxiety or depression until, like, I had to start changing schools, and then that's when I got closed up and shy, and then I started having all the problems. But
yeah, but I always was really shy in that. Like, this is definitely the most confident I've ever been. Like, also I moved schools shitloads. I went to like 10 different schools because we moved houses so much. Like,
yeah,
I left school at 11. I was barely 11. I've been to like 9 schools. I don't think that helped, but like even when I was like 5 or whatever, I was very clammed up already, which probably does suggest that some of it's developmental with fucking Asperger's and shit. But yeah, man. So I haven't got that reference, to be honest. My best reference would be when I'm on fucking drugs or drink, you know, like.
yeah.
Or maybe just
I'm
piss off.
drinking right now, matter of fact.
It's
a couple
Hey,
days before work.
Don't promote this on my channel.
No
Everyone
alcohol.
should drink a lot of
I
beer
know.
before work.
Yeah, so I'm like, here I am talking to my babes to never use alcohol or meds. I'm just doing. I'm not using it for. I'm not using it for.
So long.
I'm not using it for that. I just, like, I had that 12-pack sit in my fridge for like a fucking month now. It's like I need to just use it already. And it's just like 2 beers. I won't feel much anyway. It'll be gone
Okay.
before work. But,
I've got half a bottle of vodka sat here right next to me.
Oh, Lewis. You guys are so bad. Drink tea. Tea is good for your brain. Tea is good.
I like the vodka thing. I used to drink that like for 3 years straight at Walmart. Like, when I knew I had it. Like, I always drank 20 ounces before work and 20 ounces on lunch break. It was disgusting though. Like, I was drinking it like water.
That's insane. How did you not get sacked? I heard you say that on your interview and whatnot, and I'm like, how the fuck did you not get sacked? Like, was it not obvious? Like,
my tolerance was so high at the time, and I always had like fucking packs of Altoids and gum on me all the time. So I would as soon as I left the car, I'd like eat 5 Altoids or something that tastes terrible. But then like I'd chew gum, and then I would just I don't know. It's hard to explain. Once you like get your body used to that much amount of alcohol, it doesn't really feel like shit anymore. Like,
so those Altoids, they sober you up. Those whatever the fuck they are, toys.
Yeah, Altoids, they're gross. But I remember walking in once to my job and someone's like, "Damn, like coming up, like they could really smell it like 10 feet away, like the Altoids." And it's like, "Oh, I don't like that stuff." and then but like your eyes kind of give it away. But I don't know. I didn't enjoy that. That was hell. Like I didn't like that though. But I never got pulled over or caught ever. I mean, I literally like one cop pulled me over once. Like, oh, you cut me off. I'm like, what? and like. And like I just took a big swig of my Gatorade bottle full of vodka and I tossed it in the back seat. And he like literally talked like not even like 3 feet away, and like I got away with that. He's like, oh, I thought I'll just got on my way to work here, and like he didn't do anything. He's like, oh, next time just watch when you're turning and take it. I'm like, wow, like I get away with everything. It's just I know he smelled the vodka. It's just, he didn't do anything about it. It's amazing.
All right, friend. What we're gonna do is we're gonna move off alcoholic depressive, and we're gonna move on to a new topic because people are gonna be watching. Imagine they tune in now. They're like, so I should drink and get away with it while driving. It's like, no, that's not the channel. No, don't do that. So what we'll do is Doug's here. I know you're tired, Doug, but we were talking about progress and mental health. So if you want to share what progress you made with mental health over the last year, that would be really cool.
Yeah. That brings up the issue of that person that moved out, and that was just about a year ago, or 8 months ago, 9 months ago. From that time to this time, I've been so focused on the pain and suffering that she caused me that my anxiety is a lot lower. Can you guys hear me or not?
Yeah, you're good.
That the focus has been on something else besides the anxiety, and it's kind of been really helpful in a bad sort of way. When you're in a lot of pain from something else, you can be out in public and you're kind of like zombified because you're like focused on something else totally. If that makes any sense. I'm really tired.
That's true, man. I love that. Continue with that. But like it means like you're super pissed off, or you're so like, oh, I'm so fucking miserable. I don't give a fuck what anyone thinks right now. And like you go out and you're like, and then you don't care. Like if you're so like, I'm so pissed right now, I don't give a shit who's looking at me or who cares. Or I'm so depressed right now, like I don't give a shit. Like who? Like there's times when you feel like that too. But anyway, I just had to throw it out there.
No, it's exactly like that. It's like you're out in public. And before all this terrible pain and whatever, emotional turmoil, I would be like, oh no, what if I defecate myself in public? What if I pass out in public? What if I, become vulnerable in public? And you'd be standing in line going, I can't handle this, right? You'd be suffering from anxiety attacks. But when you're so upset, and you're like, I don't care if I die right now, that everything else seems like, so what? Like you're in line, you're waiting at the clerk, you're trying to buy groceries, and you're like, so what?
Yeah, that's true. It's true. It gives you a different perspective. You're not focused on that exactly the same.
You're not really focused on where you are at any point in time because you're out in public, but inside your own mind, you're kind of not really out. Yeah. If that makes any sense.
That's cool, man. Yeah, no one ever thinks as deep as me, though, man. Like, you ever stop and think, like, walk into your house or apartment, in my case, like, this was, like, Friday or Saturday night, and, like, I was standing in here, because I make decent money, but, like, whatever. I was standing here, I'm like, is this going to be, like, where I'm at in, like, 30 years, like, standing in this apartment by myself? And then, like, then I started thinking deeper. I'm like, oh, like, what about all the people? Like, I always think about really deep things. Like, what about all the people of the past? Like, no one thinks like I do. Like, what is Romeo and Juliet doing right now? What is Mark Antony and Cleopatra doing right now? Like, what are all the dead people of the past doing right now? Like, what happened to them? What are they doing? Like, what all this time has passed since then to now? Like, what have they been doing since then to now? Like, what are they doing right now? And, like, I'm like, sitting here. And like, just like, is this gonna be me? Like, do I even want to live past 32? And it's like,
yes, you do.
And like, well, I'm like 28, but like, I could have like, it's ironic that I did that cancer check video because I might actually have something.
What?
But like, yeah, I don't mention that much, but I actually might have something. But
Steve,
Like-
go to the doctor, dude. Like, intervention.
Well, I have like
Steve
this
intervention.
theory. I have this like theory, like, dude, I'd rather live with 2 than die with 1 because I don't want to die as half a man. So, like, I
Whoa,
don't
wait.
know, that's
Really?
yeah, because like I don't know. I'd rather, it sounds retarded, but like, because like I actually like on my left, you know, like I have like, it might be like a hernia or something, but it might be, I'm not stupid. I check Google Images. I kind of know what it looks like, so it's probably not a hernia, but whatever. But I mean, I'd rather like die with 2 than live with 1 because like I don't.
That's insane.
I
That's
know, man.
insane.
Like die with honor. Like don't live with 1. So like, but then again, who knows? Because if I felt it since I was age like 16 or 17, I would be dead by now technically if it was like cancer. But like, you never know though. But it could be in like the final stages. But you can't really tell. Like,
Steve, you're scaring me, man. You should go to the doctor. You should
No.
be like, well, I found this a few years ago and I'm not dead, so I must be healthy. It's like, no.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Like sometimes I don't know if I want to live past 32. Like I'm generally bored anyways in life. Like it's the same garbage. Like,
No, look, it depends on your vantage point. I mean, don't we all go through periods in our life where for a whole week you're like, I just don't want to be on this planet, and then next week you're like, yay, something good happened, I'm happy. Like that's me. It's like my nature box arrived. It's worth living. Yay, snacks. You know, you gotta just see what makes you happy, and then you gotta just, you know.
That's just an emotional thing, though. It's basically like whatever emotional mood you're in. Like,
Yeah.
it's like you're like if you have constant good emotional mood, then you're gonna like life. If you have more negative than positive, you're not gonna like it as much. But like, I don't know. I think I'm just too cheap to get checked out. Like, I only have like I want the money for myself. Like, I'm like I want to use the rest of my tax money. I have insurance with my company, but like you have to pay like a $50 copay. But what if they do like thousands of dollars of like scans on me? I still have to pay like 20% because I think they pay 80%. But it's like the point is, if they do find something like say like, oh, you totally have Tom Green cancer, I'm like, well, fuck it. How long do I have to live? Because I want to live with 2. And they're like, well, you have 2 years. Like I'll take the 2 years. And
Oh,
like,
Steve.
fuck the like, you know, like take the 1 away. Like, be half of a man.
I forgot though that in the States it is expensive, right? Healthcare, because in Canada, or at least here in Quebec, it's included. We have this Medicare thing, which is really good. But the problem is the waiting times are a lot greater, right? Because it's like if you have free healthcare, people are going to go, and if they cough once, they'll be like, sweet, I'm going to go to the clinic, you know? Like where it's like in the States, you're like dying, and then you're like, okay, I guess I'll go to the clinic, you know? It's a big difference. So.
Awesome, Joe's here. What's up, Joe?
Joe Kidwell. What's up, Matt? Mildly depressed? Should I have read that out loud? I'm sorry. I don't know.
Depressed-ish.
Is that a word? Depressed-ish. No, Joe, how are you doing? We're talking about mental health and balls, but also mental health.
Balls. Yes, to live with 2 or die with 1. Wait. Yeah, live with 2 or die with 1. Wait, how do you say that? Live with
I'd live
1.
with 2, not die with 1.
Yeah, it's not. What you said actually didn't make sense.
Yeah, plus a woman's not gonna want you anyway, man. I look at it. I don't really care too much what a woman thinks, but what woman's gonna want half of a man, like half a ball? Or wait, how do you say that? 1, but like I feel like, I mean, then again, Tom Green is pretty successful, but like I don't know, you know, like that's why it's ironic I did that video because I think about it sometimes like, wow, I did a video on that. Actually, mainly just to, you know, whatever. But it was for science. But then again, I could actually have it myself. So it's like, but if I do have it, I'm totally not gonna like get anything done about it. So I don't know. Live with 2 and.
I'm pretty sure you'd be dead by now, but like, if you really love your balls so much, yeah, wouldn't you like look after them?
Yeah.
One of them might have something up with it. I'm pretty sure it's not cancer, because it's been like since you were 15 or something.
I've had like weird stuff going on with my balls.
You don't look after your balls.
For a long time.
Oh, well, that's all my balls.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry too much.
I feel like I want to make Tao hang out.
Tell me all the details, Joe.
I know.
It's like it opens up at the end. It's like
oh my god!
Yeah.
We were doing so well. We were talking about mental health, and now we're talking about
one is really
balls.
small right now for some reason.
So Lisa's a
no.
scientist. What's Lisa's opinion on balls here? She's a scientist. Like, well, actually,
That's not my kind of science, honey. I'm
this
not.
should be tender and full. And
Biology,
away-
come on.
Yeah, come on, Lisa. Tender and full, and in Lisa's hands for inspection.
Oh my god. You know what's hilarious? I've been in biology for like a few years now, and I've never taken an anatomy class. I've just never had to take one. So sorry, you're out of luck. I do cancer biology though. I've studied that.
Oh, cancer. There you go.
Yeah, but so likely, no, you probably don't have it if nothing's happened, but it could be, I mean, sometimes you can have something that's benign and then it can become dangerous, right? So you never know. It could be like you see something that's abnormal, maybe it could in a few years become active because it's like already damaged tissue, right? So if you can remove something when you know it's damaged, might as well do that instead of risking it becoming worse. That's how I see it.
Yeah, dude, Steve, go to the doctor.
You don't have to, maybe you don't have to remove the whole thing. Maybe just like a piece.
Yeah, no way. A piece of ball? How do you do that?
Ridiculous logic.
Chop a half a ball. No way.
Piece of ball.
Okay, Emily Partridge. Emily
Give a shit if you have one
has a
ball.
video about checking your balls, and you guys should all check it out because it's important too for the male health to check it out properly, and she goes through the process of how to check it out.
It's funny you mention that. Like, all the girls I've been with, I constantly ask them, like, when they're actually with me, like, yo, like, I said, do both of them feel the same in your hands? It's like, yeah. And I'm like, also, when they're actually sucking them in their mouth, I'm like, girl, do you feel a difference between the right or the left? She's like, no. I'm like, all right, awesome. And like, the girl can't, the woman can't tell, like, when she's sucking them in her mouth, then that must be good. Like, they're the same. But, like, it's not like what she can feel. It's more like what I know about the health and shit. But a woman can't even tell, so that's what's good.
Yeah, but the woman's probably not a doctor, Steve, so you can still go. And like, if you tell your doctor, what?
Sometimes I'll have her do a double dribble if she can fit both in her mouth.
Oh my
god.
But Steve, if you go to your doctor and you say, I had a professional opinion from a one-night stand, they're not really going to like, they'll be like, obviously that's perfect then. No, you should get checked out, dude.
Better be a female doctor for real. I'll be like, oh yeah, girl, check those, please.
Because your physical health can affect your mental health and vice versa. Everything's all connected, you know?
Yeah.
And actually, I really like what Depression to Expression said. He's like, people think of health as like from, you know, the neck down, and that's like your health, but your brain is all part of that, right? And it's true. I mean, we just kind of go, well, this is a different thing. No, like, if you're healthy, you're going to be healthy everywhere, most likely, so.
Yeah.
That's
you know?
cool. That's kind of like looking at your aura, supposedly. If you can actually see it, like whatever areas are black is the area of like your area of concern. Even though my aura is like pitch black. Like I don't know if anyone knows how to check their aura out, but if you go
Mine's
into
emerald green.
Ooh, sexy.
Sorry. No, I don't know either, but I hope it's emerald green. It's better.
Lisa totally did her eyebrows like 2 years ago.
What's with the eyebrows? It was so funny. I saw a friend of mine I hadn't seen in forever. She came into my work and she's like, Lisa, your eyebrows look good. I was like, what?
No, you can tell they're totally done.
Eyebrows, like really? I don't know. They're the same as always. Thank you. Thank you.
What is this aura thing? I got no idea what the fuck.
Oh, dude, go into the. It's not necessarily like a fact or anything, but go into your bathroom. Usually the bathroom's the best because if it's well lit and shit. Just stare into the mirror, right? And keep your eyes unfocused. Don't hate yourself or anything. But keep your eyes unfocused, and like look around the spot. You'll like your eyes, like you'll see this like glow around your. Make sure it's not your shadow, by the way. But you'll see this glow around your body, and whatever color it is, like that's your aura. Mine's like I'm serious. Like if you like go behind a white wall or take your shirt off to make sure you don't get your shirt color and shit. Like mine is like pitch black. I'm not lying. Like I don't know if it's because like I'm closed up, but also very open. But like there's a bunch of you just type in like aura meanings and crap, it'll tell you. But it's not necessarily based on anything that's fact stick with or whatever. But mine's like pitch black. I don't know what that means, but it's like.
As a scientist, I'm displeased.
Oh really?
I don't really think this is. I mean, like my shadow black. Yes, perfect. That's
No, it's not my shadow though. I can tell the
No.
difference between my shadow and the actual aura. That's why I took like
Alright.
it's best to do it without a shirt on because otherwise you get
Oh, of course.
without a shirt on.
And then you film it and make a YouTube video.
Oh my god, that's
right?
hot. At least I should do one. At least it's
No!
like, oh,
Not to be-
how to check your aura. Make sure you have your shirt off now, ladies. And bra as well, to make sure like the color of the bra doesn't like mix with the breast area color.
Okay, I was going to be contrarian, but after that, no, I'll just go with it.
No,
I'll
Doug.
agree.
Yeah, put some like soul effects on it as well.
Videos, and you can see how your eyes can be tricked. So the aura thing, yeah, I'm dubious about it. Go on.
This is my aura right here, lavender vanilla aura.
Lisa's aura is just ultimate sexiness. That's what her aura is.
I don't think
Like a
that's a
sex-
category. That'd be
It's
so
like-
funny. It's like blue, pink, ultimate sexiness.
Ultimate sexy hotness, snow goddess, pale skin, perfectedness, aura.
Yeah.
I feel like this is kind of like that mood ring technology. I put my mood ring in the freezer and it turned black, and then it never changed back to a normal color after. I was like, I don't think this is science anymore. It's really
Actually, you know
bad.
what's sexy? Lisa has her hair up right now. It looks like Hera, like the Queen of the Gods, because
You know,
her hair
that's
is like.
probably why I've been doing my
like,
eyebrows, because I haven't been doing my hair. I'm like, I'm not gonna bother. All my last videos, my hair's been trapped in this thing. I brushed
In
it
the
today, and
fun.
it took me like an hour to brush it. Hey,
What's
Hugh
up,
Lorry.
Hugh? I hope you're feeling better, man. Tell me you're better.
Sure. Can you hear me?
Hey,
Yeah.
I like your picture very much.
It's all about the attitude woman.
Oh
So,
no.
I created this new page actually called Shaniqua. I don't know if you guys noticed it. It's pretty
Oh
fucking
yeah, I
hilarious.
saw that.
It's fucking mental.
Yeah,
So-
Hugh Lorry, I got like 50 different notifications from you the other day. You're like, the event is scheduled, the event is cancelled, the event is scheduled. I was like, what the heck is this?
Yeah.
It was really weird. But anyways, but Hugh,
No,
how have
it
you been?
was. Yeah, I was kind of really cheesed off because of that. You know, like there was I don't know, there was like no one coming into my hangouts or something. So whatever. Anyway, I decided to like just forget the whole thing because selective listening or whatever. Just do your own thing.
Oh, that's cool, bro. I would have showed up, but I'm always gone from like 3 p.m. to 11, Monday through Friday. So I tried to like send you an invite to a hangout earlier, like, but you were busy or something. 'Cause I know you were
Okay.
down and
No,
shit.
don't worry about it. Yeah, forget about it.
I would have too.
That's cool, though, bro. I told you
Like,
before, you
I've
gotta build
been
yourself up,
busy.
man. Don't rely on external validation. That's very
Yeah.
important. You have to like rely on your own self and happiness. If you rely on like how many people are coming to my hangout, or how many likes I get on Facebook, or how many views I got on YouTube, and shit like that, man, it's gonna like, oh, this determines my mood for today. How many I got. You have to determine your mood by yourself, not by other people. It is good to add people to your life, but don't rely on anyone else. Bring your mood
Yeah,
up.
you're right actually. Yeah, it's like when you're an adult, people expect certain things of you. You have certain responsibilities that just fall on your plate. You just you need to like ignore the rest. And
Yeah.
just moving on and like keep fighting.
But just for a great tip, sexy snow goddess Lisa always brings me up anyway. So she's a guaranteed. She's a guaranteed
I can hear you.
Excellent.
uplifter in all
An
ways.
An
euphemism, was it?
uplifter. I can uplift your aura, I'm sure.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
Anyway,
no, but I
I
wanted to
was
say
just-
something. Yeah. Oh,
I was
Hugh, I
just
just
in
wanted
game-
to say just
Okay.
one thing that even because you were just talking about your hangouts before and like not having people coming. Well, it was the same thing with mine. It just shows that if you, like you said, you don't rely on external validation too much, but you just keep doing your own thing, you will get the results you want in time. Like now I have my hangouts and people are here and it's fun and it's like, it took me a long time. I've almost been on YouTube a year now, so it takes work.
Yep, it's it.
Yeah,
And goddamn you,
forget about it.
Turkman, for not showing up.
Yeah.
Oh, Turkman, where the hell are you?
Oh, don't
Doesn't
do
show
that.
up.
Yeah, but Hugh, what were you going to
So-
say, man?
Yeah, I was just in Jamie's hangout, and I just had this idea to like help with the dissociative identity thing, the multiple personality thing, right? So, and I started helping people out, and then people started flipping on me because they don't want help. It's kind of like, and that like really cheesed me off again because it was kind of like, it's like I'm trying to do something good, and then people just don't acknowledge it because I think if it kind of works what I said, then a few people would die. Like their identities would probably die. Just like if you know what I mean. Like if they are
So,
treated good, right? So no, I mean like what I'm talking about is DID, dissociative identity disorder, right? So like I was just saying like you need to like write the good points about the main alter. So an alter means like an identity, right? So and I was just like talking about journaling and shit like that. So but these guys kind of got cheesed off because it was kind of like destroying like one thing or something, and and these alters kind of live in the same body. So it's like you're like saying something bad about some person just because that person he's not responding right now. uh, it's you get what I'm saying, right?
I
I
find it very
think so.
complicated.
Yeah,
Probably.
I know. So
Was
I
this
was like,
was
just
this
walk away, man. Just walk away. I just walked away from that.
was this a YouTuber's Google Hangout or just some random one?
No, it's at
No.
Jessica's thing.
No, it's Jamie 1982.
Jamie, sorry.
Ah, see,
Yeah,
I thought it might
Jamie.
be that
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, she's really good. She's a good YouTuber.
Yeah.
With dissociative like shit, like if I read the description of dissociation, it'll say like people like that forget where they are a lot, or like forget what they're doing or shit like that. But then that disorder seems to be that like having lots of personalities, alters or whatever they call them. But like I identify with the dissociation a lot, but not with that. I don't have like multiple personalities, not in a like explicit supposedly.
I am dissociative for fun, by the way. I pretend to be like a million people.
Yeah,
so do
you're
I.
Hugh Lorry and you're a whole bunch of different people on your. So I can see
That's
that.
awesome. Reminds me of Deuce Bigelow, that one girl he takes out for a date. She's like, balls, cunt, cock, and then she's like, she starts saying a bunch of different things. And she's like, yeah, ball hair, like I don't know if anyone's seen Deuce Bigelow, but he takes this girl out.
That's
What are you
Tourette's.
talking about, dude? Yeah.
Steve, what the
First
fuck?
of all, that's Tourette's. Second of all, you just wanted to say a bunch of disturbing words. I know what you're up to, man. No surprise there.
Everyone say cunt. Everyone say balls. Everyone say
God.
cock.
But if you guys
Yeah,
want to learn
Taint.
about
He's a
Tourette's
professional.
and stuff, you guys should see the YouTuber I Drank the Seawater. I don't know if you guys know her. She's amazing. All one word, I drank the seawater, and if you want to understand Tourette's a bit better, she actually deals with it, and to me it was fascinating because I have no experience with it. I don't know anyone who has Tourette's or anything, so it's really interesting.
Oh, I had it for some time because I was on some medication. It produced like a Tourette's. I think I told you about it, right? Okay, I don't know if I told you about it, but then once I was in a lot, like sometimes I started cursing for no reason, and that was kind of weird or fun. I don't know where to classify it. And then sometimes once I watched the entire Lord of the Rings series, and then all of a sudden I pretended to be Gollum, and I was like, when the Tourette's kicked in, I was like, Gollum,
I
Gollum,
think
Gollum,
that's just an overload of Lord of the Rings. I don't think that's an actual.
Oh, cool.
No,
No,
it's kind of like something
when you
comes out. It's like something. It's like it's like shit. It's like all piled up in your ass, and it's like waiting to come out, and like
Oh my god.
and something just comes up, and like
Two
and
girls
like
in a cup.
it has to like it just has to like just come out. Yeah.
Ah,
I'm talking
two
about
girls.
Tourette's, man. Mental health illness, guys. When a mental health illness hangout, so like we gotta like respect everything, I guess.
Yeah. Anyway, but Tourette's, right? It's not just about swearing; it's also about tics and stuff like that. Like
Yeah,
Melissa,
yes.
I drank the seawater. She has these tic attacks, and she's filmed some of them. So like sometimes it resembles more of a seizure. Like than just a tick, because it's like lots of different body parts just all fucking up at once. But when you were swearing, Hugh, like, could you actually not control it, or did you just have the urge to swear? Like, 'cause you said it was funny, but like, if you literally couldn't control it, that would be very worrying, to say the least.
It was worrying. It was worrying. I didn't know if I could call it funny, or if I could call it worrying. It was kind of weird. But then I stopped that medication, so like that thing just faded away.
Yeah, but sometimes fucking people get things from medication that are permanent, like like I met this guy in psychiatric hospital. He like had this thing where he'd shake a lot and it just was permanent, and he could still himself, but then it'd come back stronger if he didn't. And a lot of people got that from this specific medication before they realized what it did. So I'm just saying, like, it wouldn't have actually been funny. Like, if you're literally losing control, and like, I have the urge to swear a lot, but not. I don't actually have uncontrollable.
It's like that South Park episode all again, like where Eric Cartman, he realizes the Tourette's syndrome thing, and then he starts cursing at everybody, and he kind of gets away with it. Have you guys seen it?
Not seen that one.
I haven't. I didn't see it though.
Hilarious.
Bunch of obscene things: balls, testicles, nuts, tits, ass, vagina. Gross.
All tits, ass, balls, queef.
Oh god. You guys sound like just a game of Cards Against Humanity. Oh man. I want to play that game again.
What is that?
It just hit me what I used to say when I used to start cursing. Shit. And sometimes when I'm like really anxious or something, then I put on this English accent and all that, right? So it was like, it just went out like, I used to go like wanker, 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 fucking cocksucker, and then like, I used to just start saying all kinds of crazy shit, and then it just be liberating in some weird manner, but then it wasn't controlled, or it wasn't on purpose. So anyway, the good thing is I've come off it. Okay, so what's the topic?
Mental health progress. So do you want to share something about that, Hugh? Since we only have a couple of people left to share, how have you progressed over the last year when it comes to depression and anxiety, let's say?
Yeah, so thing is, I've gone into a lot of therapy. And then I've understood certain things about my behavior, which is sometimes I get angry really fast, and then but the good thing is I calm down equally fast as well. Then I realized certain aspects of astrology can also kind of like show certain insight into my life. I know people are against it, but then
cool.
Some of it is true. Some of it is true,
Lisa's a Taurus and she's super sexy. That's damn true. I say that right now.
Okay.
Yeah, that's astrology 101 right there.
I'm a Taurus, so does that mean I'm super sexy?
Yes.
So awesome.
Hell yeah, mate. I don't know what you look like, but probably.
No, Lewis, you showed yourself once. I did an interview with him, guys. If you guys want to know, I did an interview with him a while ago, so you can check that out.
Cool. He sounds like No Holds Barred. I couldn't tell. I thought it was him. No Holds Barred. Like.
Who's No Holds Barred?
Big Tell. He's from Australia.
Of course he is.
Right, mate.
Okay, cool guys. Okay, I'm gonna have to stop you here so I can finish before I forget.
yeah, go for it.
So then I think you all know this. Then I started talking to my dad, and like we had this father-son bonding once a week, and that was like major progress with my mother as well, because I couldn't talk to her for some reason. She was always cold to me, and then my brother again. So generally I started bonding with my family more, so I can improve my social skills or something. But then I still have a long way to go, because and I don't know, like I have this friend and it's really weird. I'm like, he keeps taking stuff from me, and I'm watching Sopranos right now, so every time I'm angry I feel like I should just go over there and break his legs or something.
Oh my god. What's with all this violence and alcoholism on my channel and such?
I'm just watching Sopranos. So like I'm just thinking like that. But then and I'm just gonna like wait for it and be patient with him, and like be more assertive or something. Just like like the thing is, he didn't even pick up my phone, and then I had to call his landline, and like his mother picks up, and that was weird. And he says he's got this rule about not calling the landline or something. I don't know. He's really weird, and he's really to himself, this guy. So I'm a little angry with him, but then I guess you know.
Oh, his mom is young or hot enough. You can always flirt with her or get him back, you know.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Wow, Steve.
That would have been fucking dirty, and I'm on with her at least.
No.
I'm not talking about a girl. I'm talking about my friend who's got my shit.
No, but you meant my mom or his mom or something like that. You caught me with his mom.
Oh, his mom? Dude,
Yeah.
come on, she's old and she's Indian. You know, I'm in
Oh,
India.
Indian. Oh,
So,
yes.
like, yeah,
Give it to
so-
me. Indian girls, they seduce me.
Wow.
Moms are fat.
Indian
You know,
rock.
they don't
If she
have
got
this kind of
pregnant,
liberation.
if she got pregnant and had a kid, that would be your half.
in South
That
fucking
would.
India.
Oh no, I'm confused.
Oh.
No, that would just be a weird. That would not
Let's
be
not.
on,
No, that's bad.
Oh, man.
Let's
Yeah,
not
no,
move.
stay on topic. Stay on
I
topic.
got confused, but no, you're already in a bad place, you know, you guys. Not so much you, more Steve, but there you go.
Guys, we should play Cards Against Humanity together on here sometime. How fun would that be?
Oh, that would be awesome.
Could you do that? Does that make sense?
What does that mean? We should play Porno Password.
Oh,
Like a cable guy. Porno
Of course.
Password. Come on, who's down? Anyone?
We should do like maybe one of my Introvert Islands, maybe the 20th edition. I'll do like a game show one or something silly. That'd be fun. You guys would be down?
Strip hangout. Fuck
No!
yeah. Strip hangout.
Okay,
I'll be the
cameras-
first one to take my
cameras
clothes off.
though.
I'll make the ice easy. I'll break the
No.
ice. I'll take my clothes off first since I'm not
Yeah.
worried about it. And I'm used to that. And then Lisa will have to go second. Oh yeah, baby. And
You'll break the ice and get my channel banned somehow.
oh, we'll do it on Google Plus instead. That way, it's allowed, right?
It is Google Plus.
Oh yeah. Oh, do it on Skype instead.
Skype, then no one will see it. So what's the point of that? I see.
Just
what you're
download
getting
the video, then re-upload it.
Oh, okay. Yes. Excellent. No, but seriously, we should do like a game show one. I'll figure something out where we can do something without people all needing to own the game. It's like everyone go out and buy Monopoly. Let's all play it. That'd be so
calm down.
Yeah, well, I'll figure it out. I think it would be a lot of fun.
Monopoly. Dildo Monopoly. Like
Okay,
porno Monopoly.
Hugh, did you want to finish your thought? Did you have more to add? Okay.
Okay, yeah, I kind of did. Sorry. So yeah, I have this friend right now, and sometimes I find it really difficult to get what I want. Maybe it's like recently I'd gone through some kind of depression because of the isolation or something over here. So maybe it's like not letting me think too well and all that, right? I've not been able to study and therefore recovery's been tough, but then I realized that sometimes it's better to just be alone because things may not be working out. It's like I had this whole philosophy of sometimes you're floating at a certain frequency, okay, and people are trying to attract certain frequencies. Maybe your frequency is just not in sync with that frequency they're trying to attract, so it's okay, you just have to keep floating, right? And just focus on that floating, right? So I just kept journaling, and then my therapist was out for like 2 weeks because she's sick or something, and she didn't give me her number. So I was pretty lonely, and then I called this other therapist who's like really expensive, and she's given me like a date that's not right now. So I'm a little angry by the whole thing. I'm not angry with the whole thing, but then yeah, I'm just trying to work out certain things. So so okay, yeah, that's about it. Thanks for letting me share.
No problem, man. Thanks for sharing.
Go
Joe, do you want to talk today? Do you feel like sharing how you've been?
Yeah,
sure.
No choice. No, I'm kidding.
It's like, I mean, it's hard to gauge progress. I feel sometimes like I'm doing really well, and I'll have like a couple weeks where I have very little social anxiety and I feel very, very good. Maybe that's like a hypomanic kind of phase or something. Lately I've been feeling very dull. Not social anxiety really, but like it's kind of like a social anger. Like I feel very annoyed with people for some reason. I don't know, and that's like, so that's what's happening really. But no social anxiety the past couple of weeks, so much. But,
Awesome. Go Joe.
it's like I feel withdrawn, and I feel like annoyed by people. I don't know. Does anyone go through that kind of phase or something?
I
Yeah.
do. You know what? Let's think on a deep level. Will we ever see each other ever again, like in the afterlife?
Oh, stop, Steve. You're making me sad. We're all gonna be
Wait,
friends.
wait.
We're all
I'm
gonna
supposed
be
to be
friends.
positive.
I hope
I'm supposed to be
so.
positive.
I
That'd
guess
be
so.
so cool, like, you know, like, because we all have different views on that kind of shit. But, like, I always wonder, like, the people you run across in life, there's a reason you run across these similar types all the time, and in different types as well. But, like, I don't want, like, because you always try to hold on to things that are long gone. At least I do. You know, like, I try to hold on to things, like, it's all you really have is your memories and shit. So it's like, will I see, like, thinking deeply right now, will I see the sexy ultimate Lisa Emerald in the afterlife? Will I see, and that's not all sexy.
Probably not.
Will I see Joe Kidwell? Will I see Jamal? Will I see Hugh? Like, will all these people be incorporated, will all of you be incorporated into, how you say, eternity with me? Or will you be lost and forgotten? I hope for itself fucking not, but
I mean,
like,
I hope there's a heaven, man, but I just don't. I kind of doubt it. It doesn't seem likely.
I don't believe in. I mean, well, everyone's religion's different. Like, obviously with mine, with Zeus and Olympus and shit, I think there's a chance of ascension and shit. But aside from that, like just afterlife, underworld and stuff like that. But the point is, like, I don't know. I think on a
Hades is real, but heaven isn't real.
Whoa, Joe, are you in a pessimistic vibe or what? Like,
Did you say Hades
what?
is real?
Someone's a little pessimistic.
Pessimist.
I've been sick for like the last week and a half.
Oh, what? What's
shit!
that?
That brings up something, dude. Like, dude, there's a mental thing, right? Like, I have to go in like 5 minutes. There's like a thing linked, right? Because this one girl was talking to me about it. Because this happened to me too. I had serious like mono before, and like makes you tired and weak and shit. I had it twice, right? And I always linked because Caligula. If anyone knows who the Roman Emperor Caligula was, he was cool for like 6 months, and then like he fell deathly ill, and he was like evil as shit. Like his mental state was totally changed. Now the point is, real fast, is like a serious illness can sometimes like change your brain chemistry and make you like more depressed and like all like fucked up kind of like.
I feel very apathetic. I think that's
had
related
that
to
happen
the
to me.
cold that I have. Like this cold has put me in like a dullness of like apathy. I can't really. And not that I don't even want to break out of it. Like I don't even care. It's kind of relaxing, to be honest.
Yeah, numbing or calming. I wonder, like, is that true? Like, has anyone else ever had a serious illness in their life, and then, like, after the illness, you notice, like, your mental state just kind of went downhill? Like, if you recall, like, when you were seriously ill, I was seriously ill, like, 2 years ago on Valentine's Day, and, like, I couldn't get out of bed for, like, 18 fucking hours or something. Like, it was, like, I couldn't do anything. It was weird. Like, I was extremely weak.
Wow.
And, yeah, I couldn't eat, couldn't drink. Like it was strange. But I've had illnesses before that as well. I wonder if like serious illnesses. There's like a theory I have. Like sometimes if you have parasites in your body, that like think about this. A parasite's goal is survival, fight and flight, right? What if you have like some illness in your body that is bent on, it could influence how you act. It's just it sounds ridiculous, but it's just a stupid theory. Because I know it's just basically anxiety, depression is based off your reference experience in life, right? But there's also a theory of like illnesses and shit.
I'm running out the illness.
The parasite is like influencing your mood, like because it's fight or flight with that. So a parasite inside your body is constantly trying to survive. So and then it's other times, it's attacking, right? Attack and retreat. That's all it does in your body. Attack, retreat. So
Steve, why don't you stay like on topic, bro?
Retreating would be.
No, Steve, what you're talking about reminds me of this movie I just saw called Upstream Color. It's like the weirdest movie I've ever seen. And like it's about like these two people, they have like these parasites in them, and they don't know what's controlling their behavior, and they experience all this like weird like behavior and emotions, and it's all because of this parasite, and they don't even know it. Just check it out; it's really cool.
That's awesome, actually.
Oh man,
It's on
what's
Netflix.
sexy snow goddess Lisa's take on this? Since she's like biologist and sexiness and like science and like hot skin and like perfect everything. Oh, sexy tongue too, and like.
I thought MGTOWs didn't put women on pedestals.
Not really, but
That sounded a little bit like
wait.
worship to me.
It's not a pedestal. What I say isn't pedestal. What I say is fact, not pedestal.
Oh my god.
So,
Okay, I'll answer your question. I've heard in biology that perhaps your stomach bacteria can influence your anxiety levels if you're off balance, but that's kind of a naturopathic viewpoint. I don't know if they've proved it scientifically, but I've heard about it. So maybe, and it would make sense if your body's out of balance. I mean, wouldn't it affect your other hormones and your other chemicals and throw you out of whack if something's off? I mean, your body's a whole system that works together. So I see the sense in that. It just, that to me goes back to like how diet is so important. If you're eating properly, you're going to be healthy, and then everything's going to function properly. That's how I see it.
That means fish and omega-3.
I guess so. Like that's good too. But probiotics, right? Like things that are good for your gut, like sauerkraut and yogurt if you eat dairy and stuff like that. That will give you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's
I love kombucha drinks.
I bought one too. Just.
I'm gonna go get one today.
Kumquats.
No.
It's like a real thing, dude.
Oh,
No.
guys, I switched over to tea too. As I was sick, I was like, I'm not drinking coffee, and I feel like shit. So I'm just gonna not drink coffee, and I'll switch over to tea because I'm sick, and it feels good to drink tea.
Oh yeah, tea's better.
So I haven't had any coffee in like a week and a half.
Coffee's deadly, dude. I always say
love
never with
tea,
coffee.
man.
Coffee kills you.
I think I told you right when I have to do that, yeah. Because I'm on some naturopathic medication, so the doctor was like, you're not supposed to drink coffee because it offsets the medication.
Yeah.
And I just got a fancy espresso machine, and it's so sad.
Coffee's just too intense, you know. Like I should have coffee just like once in a while.
It's not good for you, man. Like, it kills your heart. Like, everyone always wonders, like, wait till if you drink coffee regularly, wait till you hit, like, 42 or something. You'll see the effect on your heart. I'd never drink coffee to know what it does to your heart. But,
coffee's alright.
Tea is awesome, though. It's like
but I need to ask my naturopath, like, doctor, like, you know, like, if it's okay if I drink, like, a lot of tea, because I need certain amount of caffeine, because I even battle ADD and all that. So it's like next to impossible for me to focus on my studies without coffee. So I drink like an entire jar of tea or something, and I've got like, you know, those travel cups. I just keep taking it and drinking it up.
awesome. Alright, I'm leaving. Everyone, Hugh, hope you feel better, bro. Don't stay depressed. Remember, man, always rely on what makes you happy, dude. Don't rely on external sources and shit. We'll do a hangout sometime. And Joe, stay well. Stay well, Kidwell.
Yeah, I'll try, man.
The bell.
Thanks, dude.
Okay,
Show
Steve,
and
have a
tell.
nice one.
Jamal,
Okay.
Yeah.
you've seen my balls. It rhymes.
Don't forget Doug.
Doug, give me a hug before I go. Stephanie.
Run with Stephanie.
Why don't you do Steph instead?
Shit, Steph, I'm sometimes deaf when it comes to,
There you go.
yeah.
No, that's bad.
That's
It's
kind of
really
rude.
bad.
Alright, that's about it. Anyway, have a good one, you guys.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
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 He didn't even rhyme emerald with anything. I'm so disappointed. Oh.
He didn't say bye to you, did he? I don't know.
He didn't. So it was like my own hangout. My own
That's
hangout.
disrespecting the host.
You're welcome, Steve. Next time he's getting ejected. No, I'm kidding. Steve's a cool guy. He's a cool guy. So, guys, before we go on.
If this was the mafia, you would have gone there and broken his legs or something.
Oh, the mafia, Steve.
Disrespecting the
watch out.
godmother.
No.
Disrespecting the godmother.
Pretty
La
much,
Perrine.
man. Pretty
La
much.
Perrine.
But
Let's say La Perrine because that's in French, right? Because we don't want to like give the feds the wrong information or something. I'm just kidding.
So guys, okay, before we go on, we have 13 viewers, so if anyone wants to hop in, link is in the description, and come join us in here and chat about mental health / God knows what. So, yeah. Yay! Okay, so everyone has shared how they've been doing. I'll just share quickly if you guys don't mind. I always realize I never really share. I'm like, you guys, I'm like the counselor here. I'm like, you guys tell me about your life. I'm like, forget about me. I don't matter. So, but yeah, so I'm done my degree this April, so that's progress. That's good. Because, thank you. Because my depression. Yeah, I know.
I was even cap and gown. Oh my god, I love graduation. I miss the cap and gown. I miss it so much.
Yeah, man, I'm almost there, so that's cool. And because like I used to be so depressed that I dropped out of school, you know, so I never thought I'd go back or anything, and I'm glad that I'm actually doing that. And got an apartment, so I'll be moving out May 1st, so that's really exciting.
Congratulations on both of things, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
thanks. And I'm really happy because YouTube's going well. It's almost my 1-year anniversary on YouTube. In the end of April it will be, so I'm excited. And like the fact that I have, you know, over 1,000 of you guys to me is like awesome. And yeah, so I mean, I made some progress, you know, guys. So that's my progress. I'm really happy about that. And Nat just joined. Natalie.
Welcome, Nat. Oh,
yeah, so guys, I was just gonna ask Nat about herself, but she just peaced out. She was like, I'm out of here, I don't want to talk about this. Oh well, so we'll see if she comes back.
Yeah, okay.
Nat, come back to us. Oh, yeah, Nat, is that you? You there?
I'm here.
Yay! How you doing?
I'm good. I'm on the Xbox with my little brother, huh?
Really?
Yeah. We're about to play zombies, he's just setting it up.
Zombie!
Nat, do you have a moment to share something about your mental health this year? How you've been doing? How you've improved?
I can't really while he's in the room because he's nosy and he'll listen.
So you can just make something up. Make something up.
Wait, why you gotta be rude? I don't even know your phone.
Uh-oh. Someone got into trouble. It's all good, guys. So, in the meantime, did anyone else want to share anything before we move on to a topic? Does anyone want to, anything on your minds you want to discuss? Because I'm pretty easygoing, whatever goes, you know?
I have a couple of stories I could share, but if you have another topic that you want to go for.
Yeah, these are my topics today, so if yours falls into any of this, we can discuss it.
Can't even see it.
There's nothing written down, so.
I was like, I couldn't see anything.
Yeah.
I have like 3 stories.
Go for it, Doug. I'm just gonna go grab a snack, so I'm gonna be right back. All right?
Okay. Well, I'll share with everyone else. So yeah.
I'll fall asleep now.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll fall asleep halfway through, and then I'll be like, okay, so I
sleep talking.
Yeah. So I went to a mall, which is really anxiety producing, and I wanted to buy a ticket to an expo where the honey badgers, which is a MGTOW thing, so it's probably good that Lisa actually went away, is going to this convention. And you have to buy tickets to go to this convention, and it's a really big convention, and my guess is I just wasted $20 because I probably won't be able to go. Anyways, I go to the mall, I go to the store, there's no one in the store, I'm thankful for that, and there's these 2 young ladies who are working there, and we strike up a conversation about the honey badgers, about the MRA, about the femme-Nazis, and they're fairly pleasant about it. And I'm thinking that this is going really, really well. And we start talking about Jessica Negri. Do you guys know who Jessica Negri is, anyone?
Oh, I've heard of her.
Okay, she has a YouTube channel. She has augmentations, implants, and she's making and she does cosplay. So she, dresses up in all these different outfits and stuff, right? And the woman, one of these ladies, yeah, I guess ladies, they were about 21, 22, whatever. They're doing cosplay. Well, one of them was, right? And we started talking about Jessica Negri, and in one of the videos from Jessica Negri, she gets gifts from all these guys because she's gorgeous and she does cosplay, and one of the gifts was a butt plug. And exactly. And I'm sitting there. I'm in a store. My anxiety's pretty high, and I'm like, Jessica Negri, she kind of sold out because she got this gift that she should have been really offended at. But she showed her dad, hey, Dad, look what this person sent me. It's a butt plug. And I'm like, and I'm talking with this person in a store, in a mall, talking about butt plugs. What the hell was I thinking? And I realized that, okay, my anxiety has gone through the roof. I'm insane. And, yeah, the conversation kind of went down from there because they had these toys, and if Jessica Negri is there at this expo, because she's coming to Calgary, I wanted to have something that she can sign that I might be able to sell later on because she's really famous. And I was like, well, I better buy something here because God knows I don't want to come here ever again. And after I said that, I was like, wait a minute, that was rude. And you could tell it was rude because these two ladies who were really, really friendly all of a sudden became not so friendly. And I was like, ugh.
You mean they started making out?
I purchased my
they started fighting. Oh, okay.
So I knew that I thought the butt plug would cross the line, but they were good with that. But saying I never want to be here again. But I was just talking about my anxiety, and I know that they took it the wrong way, like completely. So I was like, anyways. So that was my adventure and anxiety for one mall, and that was like about a week ago. I went up to another mall to do an exposure, and there was a. Am I talking too much?
No, that's fine.
Can I go on? Okay.
Yeah.
To do an exposure, I went to the mall, the food court in a mall, and there was this guy, long hair, that was really acting weird, and I noticed, and so did other people were noticing, and I went up to one of the workers, and I was like, there's this guy that maybe I should, does he need help or something? And they were like, no, he's mentally disabled, and we know about him, you don't have to call security or anything. And I was like, okay, well, I was just wondering whether it was bad or not, and I felt good, and they thanked me for, taking a concern with another human being, and that was good. So I decided that I was going to walk down the mall, which was, an increased exposure, and that was good. I went into a store because I've been looking for a jacket to it, like a spring jacket that goes below the halfway between the knees and the waist. And I found one, and the sales girl was really, really nice. And she's like, oh, try this on, look towards the mirror. And I said, well, that's a mirror. I wonder who the good-looking guy in the mirror was. And she laughed, and I was like, all right. And she's like, I'm too short to be good-looking. And I was like, oh, no, you're perfect. You're the perfect height. And then the interaction started okay, and then it went downhill from there. And, it's frustrating because you start off really good, and then the anxiety takes over, and then you wonder what you said to offend the person. Yeah, there you go.
How did it go downhill?
Well, I don't know how it went downhill. I was like, okay, I complimented her. She smiled and kind of chuckled. And then the conversation went on, and I was talking about, what was I talking about? Haircuts. I asked her if she knew a barber, because I get my head shaved for the mohawk, and then the back gets fulfilled. I'm trying to find a barber who can do a circle. So it goes the mohawk and then a circle in the back. And I was like, do you have a barber? And she was like, no, I don't have a barber. And I'm kind of like, is that a weird question to ask someone that you're having a conversation with? I don't know.
No, I don't think so. What do
I
you guys
didn't think so either. It was just like, and she was like, no, I don't have a barber. And I was like, was that offensive? Like I don't know.
No, that's not offensive. That's a perfectly like normal question.
What do you think about it really? Like, do you feel what do you feel like when you actually asked her? Doug?
Sorry?
What do you feel when you asked her this question? What do you think?
I thought it was I was in the mall and there's this haircut place called Tommy Guns that I had asked someone way earlier about, did they know of a place, and they mentioned Tommy Guns in the Market Mall, and I was in the Market Mall. And I was actually headed towards that place, so I thought I'd ask this person if she knew where I was buying the jacket in a different part of the mall. And she actually ended up saying, well, Tommy Guns is a place that you might be able to go, and I was like, I can go down there. Yeah, sorry, my anxiety just rocketed.
That's okay. I think she just gave you the answer. I think she just gave you the answer. There's nothing to really worry about. Sometimes it's just your mind playing games or something, right? We've all experienced it. But yeah, and even if she does get upset, like I know I've upset a lot of people over here as well, and I just tell myself that it's okay to upset people. You can't please everybody here. You are who you are, and until you get the right treatment or whatever, they've just got to learn to deal with it. That's it. Like sometimes I say I'm a proud black woman.
Oh, not this again, Hugh. You would. Guys, before we go on, I just want to announce we'll stay live for another 10 minutes. What I'm going to do is, I know I keep doing this. People are like, what are you doing with Introvert Islands? Like, I'm cutting them down just because, like, I'm going to start doing interviews again in the future, so I want to have time for everything. So I'm going to do Introvert Island for 2 hours live, and then I'll go off live. I'll probably stay for another hour or so, and then you guys can do your after party till wherever, however long you want. But yeah, I just want to announce that. So, Doug, if you want to share a little bit more about how you're feeling, or you kind of feel like too anxious to talk about it at the moment.
I don't think it'd be coherent.
Okay.
My anxiety it was like, yeah. The same thing that happens when I talk for any length of time with anyone. It's like my anxiety creeps up, and then it's like I'll say something, and then all of a sudden be like, whoa, cross the line, and now I'm not going to be able to say anything that anyone's going to be able to go, yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah, Doug, you shouldn't really worry about what other people think, and just just do your thing, because in the end, it's all you need to be selfish for yourself, right? And you need to focus on your self-esteem as well. So I think I tell this to everybody. Like, suppose somebody does get offended, you can just say "fuck you, bitch" or whatever, and just walk away, or just learn. But then I think it's important to keep who you are intact, and and sometimes even if it ends up you get into jail or something, but in the end of it, protecting your identity and integrity thing is an integrity thing is more important, right? So sometimes there are a lot of famous people as well who have gone to jail, so I don't know. What is that?
I would just like to know, sometimes you absolutely are positive that you've offended someone, but they won't say anything, and I just like to know. I wish I could read minds that they'd be like, okay, that's where I made the mistake. That was good. That was not good. But it's really impossible when people won't share their thoughts about what is happening at the time that it's happening. It's like, you're offended. I can tell you're offended. Why are you offended? And they just won't be open and honest about it.
Just say fine, you're offended. I don't give a fuck about what you're feeling or something. It's just as simple as that.
Sorry.
Okay, I offended you. Please tell me why. Just
What
tell me why.
What offended me what Joe just wrote in the chat. I tried to keep it together and I couldn't. Look what Joe wrote.
Yeah.
Whoa,
I'm
Joe.
gonna say it, Joe. Your mama's watching. I'm gonna say it. Doug, though, like by wondering stuff what he thinks, like implicitly, it's like you value what they think more than what you think. Like what your perception of things is. From the first person. Don't imagine them so much because I mean, what are they smarter than you? Is their opinion more valid than yours? Like, no. So stop that. Wow, really? I don't think that's true, Joe. Was it really?
Can I share this with our viewers? Are you comfortable with that, or do you want it to be secret? Sure? Okay. So Joe, not amazing work. Amazing works. I don't want to see your anatomy, but welcome back. Okay. So anyways, Joe said he had a sexual dream involving a midget that had 4 nipples, and he was depressed. He was depressed. It wasn't real when he woke up. So that's for the viewers. I hope you guys appreciate that information.
Anyway, I can probably do a dream analysis on that, just to see what the symbols are or something.
No.
But then listen, Doug, like words to the wise, you have one life, you need to live it to the fullest. I mean, everyone says that, but then there's another saying that goes, with what you're going through, it's like live life king size, Just go all out, like have fun once in a way, take that leap, just go and grab what you want, and and rape the shit out of it, and
oh my god.
I don't mean women, I don't mean a person.
Okay,
I'm just saying like
Too
like
much
the fun.
Sopranos for you, man.
What?
Sopranos are the rape thing. Sorry. Just
Yeah. The mafia ring. Yeah. You can call me Godfather, by the way, because I've also started something called the Cult of Empathy or something.
Guys, I realized that 2 hours is a good length for Introvert Island because anything past that just derails so fast. And sometimes, but I've noticed if you do like 5 hours, it derails for a good 2 hours, and then at the end it gets extremely deep and like amazing, But 5 hours is a long time to do Introvert Island, so I'm gonna keep it at 2, because you guys can read what's going on in the sidebar here. Whoever's participating in the hangout, and it's getting a little bit disturbing. But anyways, I think, does anyone want to add anything before I go off air, and then we can continue with then whatever goes, I don't care, but yeah. Anyone want to say anything else to wrap this up?
Ooh, house, car, that's my Tourette's.
Oh.
I'm sorry it's not as sexual as the other guy, but
No, not quite.
Wait, did he say something about house or something? I don't know. Okay.
Wow.
Forget it.
So guys,
I'll say something. All you dildos out there that haven't subscribed to my channel, left it in 25 or something, just because I think I've got a theory, because I've got this identity dissociative whatever thing up on my thumbnail for every video. I think that must be why it's like just dead and no one's subbing, only people I know. So you cunt bags out there, go subscribe. SANNE. You're not cunt bags if you subscribe though. So yeah,
I did.
That's that.
Don't mean to interrupt, but amazing work, Block Kid Joe. Do you want to block Kid Joe as well? Like, no.
No. It's nothing like that. He just blocked us. So the Google kind of thought that Joe was saying something offensive, but clearly, this guy was, I don't know, freaked out by the whole thing.
I just removed him. I think his plan was to block everyone but me and then show me a part of his anatomy, so I wasn't really down for that. So I decided to just eject him.
Yeah, good.
I saw like the sequences like blocks Joe Kidwell, blocks Hugh Lorry, blocks Jamal. I'm like, uh-oh, you're out of here, buddy. Ejected. See that? Guys, look how assertive I was there. Look at that assertiveness.
Way to go!
Yay. Guys,
where's that cheering thing there?
Yay. Cheers,
Yeah. That's right.
See, that's really, really
You are
sad.
Lisa, say this.
Come on.
That's right, bitches. I don't know.
Guys, I'm the only classy one here. No, I'm kidding. Hey, look, it's David K. David K.
David,
Oh,
yo,
oh,
we missed you,
yeah.
you bastard.
Yeah, man.
David K.
He's part of the original mental health crew. He's been around for a while.
Okay. Am I part of the
That
original
is
mental health crew?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you were a little bit later, but you're up there. You're up there, man. But wait, Steph, you have two of you. There's two of you in here, Steph. Did you know that?
There's two of me?
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Now it's back to one.
Multiple personalities.
Stephanie, the appropriate response would be, "I'm a proud black woman," you know.
Oh my gosh.
Two
Overdoing
proud black
it.
women,
Yeah, I
right?
know.
And then you'll say you're three proud black women, won't you, Hugh?
What?
You got to be the proudest black woman. Oh, nothing, nothing.
I'm just doing that for fun, man. I'm not doing it like,
On this note, I think we should go off air because it's getting insane and it's after party time. So we have space for one more person if someone wants to join. So thanks for watching, guys, and we're going off live now.
Yay!